An apology from the former Augustana College student behind a controversial video from 3 years ago. What consequences he's now facing.
Plus, the long-awaited Mueller report is now public. Which details were highlighted, how President Trump and other lawmakers are reacting.
WHBF is local for you. This is Local 4 News this morning.
Good Friday morning to you. I'm Alexandria Ikomoni.
And I'm Redrick Terry. Thanks for joining us for Local 4 News this morning. The person behind a disturbing video of an Augustana College student talking about sex has come forward. It is a developing story we first brought you on Wednesday. Local 4 News got a copy of this email that went out to students yesterday. It's from the school's Office of Student Life Leadership.
And yeah, the college student shown in the video apologized for what he said 3 years ago. He says his comments were, quote, ignorant and immature. The student went on to say he stepped down from his leadership roles on campus. And Local 4's Tahir Rahman tells us what other consequences he's facing.
This is a problem, and this is an issue, and it does affect everybody.
Maggie Gelson is a sexual assault survivor turned advocate. She says the viral video depicting Augustana College students talking about a sex act shows a bigger problem in rape culture and consent.
So many students arrive on campus uninformed of what their rights are and uninformed of how they could be helped should they be in a situation like sexual assault.
In the clip, a student is heard saying, quote, college is all about sex, so I mean, let it happen. Gelson says correcting that culture needs to start early.
This is a fundamental flaw in our education system where kids have no idea what it means to be consensual in sexual activity. It's a part of sex ed that I never got when I was in high school.
Emily Gordon works with survivors at Family Resources. She says part of the education involves knowing that sexual assault includes a range of non-consensual acts.
Obscene phone calls, fondling, sexual harassment, that the numbers are even more frightening. As many as half of all women are exposed to those sort of things, and 1 in 5 men.
Gelman says those numbers indicate why everybody should care about the climate on college campuses.
The way that I see it is that each one of us knows somebody who is affected by sexual violence, whether we know it or not.
Tahir Rahman, Local 4 News.
Now, Family Resources has a 24/7 hotline available for survivors. Augustana College also has a page explaining how to get help and file a report. We've got all that information for you at ourquadcities.com.
A GED or associate's degree can be a ticket to freedom. That's how men at the Kewanee Life Skills Re-Entry Center described what they got at a graduation ceremony yesterday. More than 60 current and former inmates earned a diploma or certificate. It's the largest ceremony at the prison, and some say they never expected to accomplish something like this behind bars. They tell Local 4 News it shows prison can be more than just punishment.
Showing the world that anything is possible, that, just because we've been incarcerated doesn't mean that we don't have a future. Like, we're gonna be all right.
It takes that stereotype that pictures what inmates are and gives them like a different perspective of what they really want to do with their lives.
The education is provided through a partnership with Lakeland College. Some inmates tell us they plan to continue their education once they're released.
And health officials confirmed a second case of measles in Iowa. The person infected lives in the northeastern part of the state and lives in the same house as the person to come down with the first confirmed case. Both of them are under voluntary confinement to prevent any more exposure. Health officials say the public isn't at risk, and doctors say the cases serve as a warning to get vaccinated.
While the political world continues to read over the lengthy Mueller report, President Trump is in Florida for a 3-day Easter weekend.
That's right. Last night he tweeted that he, quote, had the right to end the whole witch hunt and he could have fired everyone. Natalie Brand has more in our national headlines.
This special counsel's 448-page report did not find evidence of coordination or conspiracy between Russia and the Trump campaign in 2016.
The president was frustrated and angered by his sincere belief that the investigation was undermining his presidency.
The report did, though, detail multiple attempts by President Trump to thwart the investigation, only to be rebuffed by his staff. One incident happened exactly 1 month into the probe, June 17, 2017. The president called former White House counsel Don McGahn twice and told him to have the special counsel fired. McGahn refused and considered resigning. The report states, quote, the president's efforts to influence the investigation were mostly unsuccessful, largely because the persons who surrounded the president declined to carry out orders.
This hoax.
At the White House Thursday, President Trump claimed victory.
I'm having a good day, too.
A much different reaction than when he first learned of Mueller's appointment. According to the report, the president slumped in his chair and said, quote, this is the end of my presidency.
The special counsel did not make a decision on whether the president obstructed justice. It was Attorney General Barr who concluded the president had not. In a statement, Democratic leaders say the Mueller report appears to undercut that claim.
The Mueller report outlines disturbing evidence that President Trump engaged in obstruction of justice.
Republicans, though, insist the full report brings closure.
And I think generally people are ready to move on.
Mueller and Barr have been asked to testify in front of Congress in coming weeks. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Also left over from Mueller's report, he noted the special counsel referred 14 matters of potential criminal activity to other prosecutors, and the public so far only knows about 2 of them, one being the case involving Michael Cohen and the hush money payments to 2 women.
Learning practical math for your everyday life might be soon coming to textbooks. Illinois state lawmakers are considering a bill that would add a real-world math course option in place of advanced algebra. Representative Mike Murphy is sponsoring that bill. The principal at Pleasant Plains High School hopes it opens the door for practical math classes. Now, right now, the state requires 3 years of math to get a diploma. The 3rd year is a more advanced class that Brooks says students often struggle passing. Murphy says his bill would not dumb down the requirement, but make it more useful for students.
Math is the #1 problem. I do not want to lower the standards in any way, shape, or form, but I want to give them an opportunity to succeed, and it's something that they will be able to use in their career path.
Murphy's bill passed the House unanimously last week. It's now in the state Senate.
Switching gears, 6:38 on this Friday morning. We made it through the week. We had some ups and downs, but we're expecting a great weekend.
Yeah, it's one of those where you sit back and exhale like, oh.
Yes,
yeah.
we made it.
We did.
Yes.
It was a long week. It was. We had some ups, and yesterday was cool, chilly, kind of
yes.
gross. Yeah, for sure. But today, a little cool outside. You want that light jacket, but we are getting warmer. Things making a turn for the better, back in the lower 60s. Also, look at that little stretch there of 74. Doing
Progress.
Some progress.
Yes.
Progress. Hopefully, it'll be open before too long. Fingers crossed.
Here's hoping.
We're back in the 60s today, even better through the weekend. So don't let the stress of traffic get in your way. Hey, look, they're even working this early in the morning.
Yes.
Killing it.
Yes.
Progress.
We are loving our construction workers. We know they are working very hard
Yes.
on that bridge and that project. So,
And it's important that you're
Keep it up.
being safe and watching out for
Yes.
them.
Oh,
and
please.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to
do.
keep leaning back like this. It feels good.
It just feels good.
Hey,
It's
you do
Friday.
you.
You
What do you,
deserve
man?
it.
Stop it.
Coming up, the Steam Wheelers are looking to get back on track with their coach is staying ahead of tomorrow's game.
Dan Vasco has that and more next in sports.
Pretty Friday in 15 minutes. The time now, though, 6:39. You're watching Local 4 News this morning.
WHBF is local for you with Frederick Terry, Alexandria Ikomoni, and meteorologist Ash Simpson. This is Local 4 News this morning in high definition.